Alright, so we missed the last two plays. I'm sorry the recording cut out. You didn't miss much of anything, though. It was a 3-yard gain. The defense held to a field goal, which is right down the middle. And that's 21-17, Northern Iowa. 5:47 to go, third quarter. Trey, what? Okay, he was supposed to return it, but for some reason he took a knee. Whatever. They'll start at their own 25. 5:47 to go, third quarter. It's a 4-point Northern Iowa lead. They'll give this. Tyvis Smith tries to put the spin move on. Actually got out of the tackle. It's a 6-yard rush when all said and done. 15 carries, 76 yards, and 2 scores for Tyvis Smith. As a man open over the middle of the field, it's Brown. Wait, no, he dropped it. Bailey had a nice throw and it got dropped, I guess. I thought he had made the catch originally. Instead, they'll give to Tyvis Smith, and Smith has 6 yards in the first down. 16 carries, 82 yards, 2 touchdowns for Smith. He's added a score through the air as well. And 12 first downs for Northern Iowa, only 5 for Miami, Ohio. But it's only a 4-point Panthers lead. They're going with the screen to Smith. That one they were ready for. 4 catches, 26 yards, and a score for Smith. It'll be 2nd and 9 coming up. 4:40 to go here, third quarter. Northern Iowa's holding on to a 21-17 lead. They'll give to Smith. Smith looked like he had a ton of daylight. Got flung down, still got 10 yards in the first. 17 carries, 92 yards, 2 scores for Tyvis Smith. And look at that, he's already almost reached 100 yards again. As a man on the slant, it's Damos, and that's like the 5th drop of this game already. If the receivers could catch the ball, that would be great. So far, it hasn't happened very often. The most reliable receiving target has been Tyvis Smith, and he's a halfback. 6 yards on 2nd down, 18 carries, 98 yards, 2 touchdowns. Smith found himself another ball game, but it's 3rd down and 4 from the 46 of the Red Hawks. We're under 4 minutes to go here, third quarter. Can Northern Iowa get 4 yards and move the chains? They give to Savon Huggins. Huggins, the backup halfback, only gets 2 yards. It'll be 4th down and 2 from the 44. And Northern Iowa's going to go for it. I mean, it's really no man's land if you ask me. 1 of 2 on 4th downs. You get maybe a max punt of like 20 yards. Might as well just try and get the first down on your own. Smith got hit as like he caught it. There's a flag down. There was a face mask as he was... It ended up being dropped, but he got brought down by the face mask, and that's why he dropped it. Ironically, he would have been brought down shy of the first, but by Lowwood just coming in as fast as he could, they'll give Northern Iowa the free first down. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Northern Iowa. Otterstader is in motion on 1st down. They'll give to Smith. Trying to get to the outside, he does not. Parker White there with the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 10. 19 carries, 98 yards, 2 scores for Tyvis Smith. looking to get those 2 yards and get to the 100-yard mark. They'll give to Smith. He's dragging defenders with him. 8 yards, sets up third down and short. 20 carries, 106 yards, and 2 scores for Smith. He has been a beast so far this year, and woe be to any Sunbelt defender who tries to tackle him. Third down and 2, 6 of 10 on third downs. Under 2.5 to go here, third quarter. Northern Iowa looking to get 2 yards. Graham goes in motion. They'll give to Huggins. And they're going to mark Huggins an inch or two shy of the first. Really? I thought he had it. I really did. I thought he had the first down. Josh Dooley made the stop. And they're going for it on fourth down and inches. Tyvis Smith has the first down easily. Gain of 3. He only needed like 2 inches. He got 3 yards instead. Move those chains for the Northern Iowa Panthers. They got first down and 10 from the 16 of the Redhawks now. And Bailey going to try and take off. He's knocked out of bounds. Loss of 5. It'll be second down and 15. He didn't want to force it into coverage and throw an interception. So instead it's a 5-yard sack because he was looking to try and get yardage with his feet. And they'll look to get some of that back here on second down. Underneath to Damos. He's got 11 of those back. It sets up a manageable 3rd and 4. 2 catches, 22 yards for Dalton Damos. 11 of 22, 67 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick so far today for Aaron Bailey. And it's 3rd and 4, 6 of 11 on third downs. Bailey's going to take off, try and get the first. And this time they'll say he barely got it by a couple inches. First down and goal from the 6 coming up for Northern Iowa. And let me tell you, this Miami, Ohio defense just has not been able to get off the field. Bailey's thrown to the end zone. And that's knocked down by Lowood. Looks like maybe he had a man if he had been able to get it over Wood, but he was not. And so it'll be second down and goal. Goes underneath, caught by Tyvis Smith. He got into the end zone, they're going to say. Flag down. Roughing the passer, doesn't matter. It's a touchdown anyway, and a 6-yard touchdown reception for Tyvis Smith. He scored all 4 of Northern Iowa's points today. Or all 4 of their touchdowns today. 2 on the ground, 2 receiving. And that's an 11-point Northern Iowa lead with only 40 seconds to go third quarter. That was a very time-consuming drive right there. And so it results in a touchdown and an 11-point Northern Iowa lead. And there's a face mask on the return. It'll be 15 free yards for Miami, Ohio. That was on Lamar Stanley. Sets up first down from their own 39 for Miami, Ohio. And that is where they will set up shop for their next drive. Had to settle for a field goal last time after having a ton of great field position. And Treadwell's brought down at the line of scrimmage. Charles Blanks is right there to make the stop. Second down and 10 now coming up for the Redhawks. Under 20 seconds to go third quarter. It's 28-17. UNI on top. The ball's loose. Picked up by Charles Blanks. And that's the first turnover of the day for this defense. It was Blanks who hit him and Blanks who picked it up. So not only did he force his fumble, he recovered it as well. And Northern Iowa is already back in business. First down at the 24 of the Redhawks. This defense really needs to keep him out of the end zone at all costs. Instead, Tyvis Smith is into the... No, actually. It looked like he was going to get an untouched, but the secondary closed up fast. Instead, it's a 22-yard run to set up first and goal from the 1. 5 red zone trips today. 4 touchdowns to show for it. And the third quarter has come to a close. 3 quarters gone, 1 to go here at the UNI Dome. Northern Iowa 28, Miami, Ohio 17. And Northern Iowa's got a first and goal from the 1, looking to end this game when we come back. First down and goal from the 1 as we begin this final quarter of play. They'll give to Bailey, and Bailey's not going to get in. Jay Maston with the stop right there. Nine carries, only 8 yards for Aaron Bailey. It's second down and goal coming up. Thrown to the end zone, caught by Elias Nissen. What a nifty catch by that tight end. And Bailey with his 3rd touchdown through the air today. He's got 3 touchdowns, only 1 interception. Still hasn't reached 100 yards through the air. But he's giving them touchdowns, and really that's all that matters. And his only pick came on a 3rd down and long when he would have been sacked toward the end of the first half anyway. Studio update. 1-2 New Mexico State leading 2-2 Texas State 7-0 in the first quarter. 9:58 to go in the first quarter there in La Cruces. Right? I think that's where they're at anyway. La Cruces, New Mexico. I think that's where they are. I'm not sure. Harding will return it out of his own end zone. And he's got a 25-yard return before being upended. As you take a look at your getting defensive, both with 2 sacks, both with a turnover. 5 pass breakups, though, for Miami, Ohio. Only 1 for Northern Iowa. Although the only stat that matters is the score, really. And in that, Northern Iowa's defense is light years ahead. And Andrew Hendricks overthrew a wide open man because of the pressure. He hasn't been able to stand in there. He hasn't looked poised. He's panicked very easily, and he's missed a lot of open men. Fred McRae with a 6-yard reception to set up 3rd down and 4. Really, I imagine they'll go for it on 4th down if they don't get the first down here. Hendricks, down he goes, 7-yard sack. Sets up 4th down and 11. Victor Galloway, the first man to take the quarterback down. And it's 4th and 11. Miami, Ohio is just punting like they're conceding defeat right now. Alexander tried to get to the outside. He could not. And now I would expect to see Northern Iowa look to run the clock out. Heaven knows they've got a capable running back. Tyvis Smith has been a man among boys so far in the Sun Belt. These non-Power 5 conference defenses just can't stop him. It kind of makes you wonder why he chose to go to UNI and not like, I think he could do well in the Power 5, honestly. Because heaven knows Northern Iowa's offensive line is not that great, and he's making them look really good. They'll give to Tyvis Smith again. 6-yard rush, first down, Northern Iowa. 24 carries, 141 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And they've got it at the 43, I think, of Miami, Ohio. They give to Smith, and he's brought down behind the line, loss of 1. 2nd and 11 from the 43. Kent Curran with 4 tackles, 2 of them for loss. 25 carries, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Hawley with his 3rd drop of the game right there. Now it's 3rd down and 11. That would have been about a 10-yard reception, I would think. Instead, it's dropped. 7 of 12 on 3rd downs. Here's a 3rd down and 11. Bailey throwing it up. Nearly picked off. A flag is down. They've got a roughing the passer again. Bailey just couldn't throw it far enough to get it to his receiver. It's alright, Lowood hit him late. That's up 1st down from their own, or from the 28 of Miami, Ohio, rather. 4:31 to go here in the game. It's an 18-point Northern Iowa lead. They might be looking to add on. Aaron Bailey throwing deep, and that's nearly picked off. There's a flag. It's going to be roughing the passer. They're going to go ahead and decline it. Although really, a lot of these deflections / almost interceptions, they've just really honestly been nice defensive plays. Diving efforts, sticking one hand out in an attempt to keep them from picking it up. I mean, it's been nice effort. And Hawley with the drop again. Aaron Bailey. I mean, I don't know what else you want him to do. We'll check the stats out at the end to find out exactly how many, but that's got to be about 7, I would think. And Bailey's going to be sacked. It's a loss of 7. Wamalumba there to get to him. 4th and 17 from the 35. It's no man's land. They're going for it on 4th down. 3 of 4 on 4th downs. Here's a 4th and 17. Not quite in field goal range. Can't really punt it. So Bailey's going to throw it up. And they came on the blitz. He had a man wide open. But the offensive line could not give their quarterback enough time to get open. And so instead of looking to run out the clock, Northern Iowa went to try and score again. Until there's still 3:49 left. That was maybe not the smartest decision, but whatever. 2nd down and 10 from their own 35 for Miami, Ohio. 3:45 to go in the game. Hendricks wants to scramble. He's going to be brought down a yard behind the line. Jay Nelson again, 3 tackles, 3 of them for loss, and he's got 2 of those for sacks. 3rd down and 11 now for Miami, Ohio. They're 1 of 6 on 3rd downs. Coming up on 3:20 to go now in the game. Hendricks wants to screen to Treadwell, and Antwain Madsen having none of it. Loss of 4. Spencer Treadwell never had a chance. 4th and 16, and Miami, Ohio's going for it from their own 30. Hendricks throwing it up. Knocked away, incomplete, but a flag down. And so that won't officially end the game yet. It'll give them a free 1st down. Roland Cooper got to Hendricks late. And so it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 45 now. 2:53 still to go. First down for Miami, Ohio. Hendricks stepping up in the pocket. Caught by David Frazier. Good for a gain of 12. He got out of bounds. That was a nice grab right there. I thought he was out of bounds, but nice effort to keep a foot in. That's up first down. They're into Northern Iowa territory. Hendricks wants to take off. He's got a gain of 9 before being brought down by a couple Northern Iowa defenders. They'll give Galloway credit for the tackle. And it's second down and 1 from the 33 of Northern Iowa. Hendricks throws, has a man, it's Frazier. Broken tackle, got away from Weisbecker, and he's into the end zone. 34-yard strike, touchdown. Hendricks has had a decent game, I guess, and of course Miami, Ohio is going for 2. Looking to make it a 10-point game with 2:24 still to go. 3 timeouts. This game wouldn't quite be over yet. It's caught by McRae. 2-point conversion is good. We've got a studio update. Louisiana Monroe takes down UTSA 28-14. Our score is Northern Iowa 35, Miami, Ohio 25. 2:24 to go here. It's picked up by Nelson. He's just going to fall down. And now I would think you could start thinking about running the clock out a little bit. 2:23 to go. Miami, Ohio's got 3 timeouts. Make him burn them. Tyvis Smith bouncing off of tackles, all for a 3-yard rush. And that's 1 timeout called by Miami, Ohio. Second down and 7 from midfield. 143 yards on the ground for Tyvis Smith. He's also got 2 rushing touchdowns. Smith, he's brought down. It'll be third down and 6. Ball's at the 49 of Miami, Ohio. 8 of 14 on third downs. A first down here, really, and this game's about over. They'll give to Tyvis Smith. He's not quite going to get there. It'll be 4th and inches from the 43. And, I mean, you kind of have to go for it, don't you? Fourth down and inches from the 43 of Miami, Ohio. Looking for the first down that would ice this game. And the man open, Dalton Damos goes up top, comes down with it. So in a day with a ton of drops, Dalton Damos finally makes a nice catch. 21-yard reception. The roughing the passer penalty is declined. And now they can work on running out the clock as Bailey's got 101 yards through the air. Those 21 yards gave them the first down. And they will allow Northern Iowa to mount off the rest of this clock. 7-yard rush there for Tyvis Smith. 22 carries, 150 yards. 2 touchdowns. They're in the red zone again. They give to Smith. He's got 4 yards. First down, Northern Iowa. They've got it at the 12. 29 carries, 154 yards, 2 scores. Coming up on a minute 20 to go. They'll give to Smith. He's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Sets up a second down and 11. Tim Johnson with 5 tackles, 1 of them for loss. 30 carries, 151 yards. 2 touchdowns they'll give to Smith again. Only a 3-yard rush. Now it's third down and 8. Third down and 8 from the 11. 8 of 15 on third downs. A first down in this game is really over. Tyvis Smith with a 6-yard rush. It'll be 4th down and 2 from the 4-yard line. an injury update rather. There's an injured Red Hawk defender. He will be out for 4 weeks. They'll give to Smith. Tyvis Smith not quite getting into the end zone, I guess. And Northern Iowa will call a timeout just to give Smith one last crack at a 3-touchdown day. 22 first downs for Northern Iowa, 7 for Miami, Ohio. Smith didn't get in. They'll call their second timeout. 2nd down and goal from the 1. Victory formation for UNI. They'll take the knee. 3rd down and goal. Timeout called. And right here, I guess you just throw it to the end zone, see what happens. 8 of 16 on 3rd downs. Here's the final play of the game. Just dropped by Brown. That's a fitting way to end the game. And the day marked by a ton of drops. That drop is just a fitting way to end it. And we're going to take a look at the player stats. I want to know how many passes were dropped. Bailey went 15 of 33, but how many drops did his receivers have? Tyvis Smith had 1. Jarvis Hawley had 2. Dalton Damos had 2. Charles Brown had 2. That's a total of 7 drops. That is ridiculous. That'll have to improve as the season wears on. Instead, this one was a fairly easy victory for Northern Iowa. Miami, Ohio scored a touchdown in garbage time to make the final score 35-25. But Northern Iowa improves to 4-0 in year 1 in the FBS in year 1 under head coach Mario Means. That'll do it for me. I will see you guys next time. Have a fantastic day, everyone.